drama. Verdict: 6 Caribbean countries send their best chefs to plead their case in the region's ultimate cooking showdown, Maggi Food Court Caribbean. Which Caribbean country has the best chef? Who will walk away with the $10,000 award? All rise for the Maggi Food Court Caribbean. Previously on Maggi Food Court Caribbean, Teams 3 and 4 engaged in a fierce seafood battle, with Team 4 coming out on top. In this episode, Judge Jaron summons the losers to the Court of Appeal to decide the fate of the losing teams 1 and 2. Our jury members are Roger Muckay, Trinidadian Canadian celebrity chef and TV host, known for his appearances on the Food Network, the Cooking Channel, and the Discovery Network. Chef Dwight Smith, a Toronto-based Red Seal chef with over 20 years of professional kitchen experience creating globally inspired dishes. Chef Devon Rajkumar, dynamic Guyanese Canadian chef with no boundaries when it comes to culinary exploration. This culinary case is presided over by Maggi Food Court Judge Jaron Geronimo Green.
All rise. Maggi Food Court is now in session. Judge Geronimo presiding.
Chefs, welcome back to court. What the last challenge demonstrated to me is that the flames of retribution burn much hotter than the new flames. What the returning 8 did, showing that they want to be here. I don't know if I can say the same about this 8. You have been given a second chance, luckily. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes, sir.
Battle 1. Chefs Tony Yap from Jamaica and Akil Lobin from Trinidad on Team 1. Bernard James from Guyana and Romain Stanley from Jamaica on Team 2.
All right, chefs, so now that you're all paired up, I'm going to invite the gentlemen over there to join me at station number 2. So for today's challenge, you're going to be given a maximum of 45 minutes.
Using scallops as the protein, the appealing chefs must create a creamy risotto-type dish without using risotto.
The challenge gets even more interesting. At some point in this challenge, I will return with another secret ingredient. Are the instructions clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, so your time for cooking, my friends, starts right about now.
Wow, so if there's no risotto, what we gonna use? What we gonna use? Come show.
Chef Geronimo sent us into a thinking box to figure out how we're going to make the classic Italian dish risotto without a risotto rice.
It's very unique. It's a risotto challenge, but there's no arborio rice inside of the kitchen.
Madness.
It's madness.
A bit of a curveball, but it's gonna force them to get very creative.
It's good pasta?
No, this closest thing to risotto. The orzo. When I look into the pantry, I realized there was also pasta, and also pasta is the closest thing I know that can go close to a risotto.
You could start on the scallops, you could start on the stock that we're gonna do, and I would organize the prep for the actual risotto itself.
Yeah, you're gonna work on the risotto and I work on the scallops.
Yeah. When Geronimo said that we're making risotto without the rice, it really challenged me as a chef. The method of risotto, which is actually constantly adding your stock and keep on stirring it to get a nice creamy effect. So I applied that to the potatoes and I got the same effect.
Watch me now, chef. You get 45 minutes.
Let me get the scallops.
No. Come here.
Before we start, even before we get into the show, I agree that Romain was going to take the lead and let's execute it together.
Somewhere along the line, I think I did not take much leadership role. In this challenge, I decided to come back harder. I decided to come back stronger with more flavors and beautiful presentation.
Start working on the stock for me ASAP, right?
You want me to do the stuff?
Yeah.
Heard.
Thanks.
I feel like our styles are so similar and we love to communicate and check on each other while working together.
You already got the scallops?
Yeah.
You looking good on the stock?
Yeah. I'm proud of the teamwork itself. We knew that's where styles would work. That's why we chose each other.
Chefs, how are we doing? How are we? I see potatoes been diced here. I see scallops been seasoned over there. But here's your secret ingredient. For this challenge, you must use cornflakes. Right, so talk to me about your dish. What's happening here?
All right, so we're going
Thyme and garlic on the
thyme and
scallop.
garlic in the scallop. So right now, since there is no risotto, we're going to use the closest thing to the risotto, which is orzo pasta,
Orzo pasta as a replacement for the risotto.
as a replacement for the risotto.
Talk to me, Chef Tony. What's going on? I see celery, I see carrots. You're making a cream.
Yeah, a coconut vegetable stock for him to use in a Trinidad-style potato risotto. He's looking forward to that. And then I'm gonna season and stir off the scallops.
Lovely. Well, you have it here. Secret ingredient, cornflakes, scallop risotto. 2 against 2. At the end of this challenge, somebody I go home. Somebody I pack up and go on their yard. But watch out. All right.
With cornflakes being the secret ingredient, I was actually happy because we needed a crunch element for a plate that we were both still thinking about.
I was thinking we could do like a combo with the cornflakes and some Parmesan cheese and some fresh parsley.
Put it in the oven and toast it up a little bit.
If you want, you're talking too fast, remember the accent.
You're not understanding the accent?
No, too fast a while ago. I wish I supported him more, even though I made the stock. But I didn't completely understand what he was saying because I told him the accent, you're talking too fast, and he walked off and laughed. But I genuinely didn't hear what he said.
Start frying. I'm gonna start frying the scallops. We breaded the scallops with the cornflakes. That was the secret ingredient, and I think we hit it out the park. Flakes.
For their dish, Team 1 will be making pan-seared scallops with callaloo coconut and potato risotto, topped with a spiced cornflake crumble, finished with a roasted bell pepper drizzle. Team 2 will be making cornflake-crusted scallops with mushroom and scallop-infused orzo risotto, topped with fresh bell peppers.
But don't just put it in one place, put it in like random spots, but put it in random places instead of just bulking it into one area like that, instead of having it area. We're doing 4 plates today or 5? 5. Yeah.
They have some cheese. You want to use it or you don't want to use it? Just a little bit to make it thick. So what we want to do? Throw it on one side? Just throw it on one side. Just throw it on one side.
I don't even have to tell them to step away from the counter. And that time has expired. Chef Bernard, Chef Romain, tell me how you feel about this dish.
Feel happy.
You feel happy?
Yeah, man.
Wonderful. Chef Tony, how you feel about it?
Very confident.
Feeling good.
All right. Well, guess what? We're going to take it to the jury who will sample these creations and decide who of these 4 chefs will be packing them bags and going to them yard. All right, come on, chef, let's go across, come on.
It's time to present the dishes to the jury.
All right, I'm really excited to see this no risotto challenge. Chef Romain, how did you and Bernard deal with this situation?
So I did scallop 2 ways. So I fold in the scallop inside of the orzo pasta with some mushroom and some saffron, with some aromatics, and I decided to use a curveball, which is cornflake, as a crust for some crunchy elements, and bell peppers for some freshness.
Why did you boil the pasta separately as opposed to building it out in the pan and adding a stock to it and treating it like a classic risotto?
Because it's a pasta, I treat it as a pasta, but then I use the sauteing method to bring back the risotto together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef Romain.
I like the consistency. And the fried scallops on top are actually better than I thought they'd be.
Fair to middling. It's a respectable kind of middle ground sort of thing.
The coconut cream sauce that they added was absolutely necessary. They probably could have folded that in and made it a little looser, but good dish. Great job, Romain and Bernard.
Nice. Let's see what the rest got. Chef Tony Ann, what have you and Akil prepared for us with this very interesting challenge?
We prepared for you a callaloo, coconut and potato risotto with pan-seared scallops and a roasted bell pepper drizzle topped with a spiced cornflakes crumble. We wanted to go with any type of starch that would hold well and help with the creaminess of the dish.
What was the spice that you used with the cornflake?
I believe it was cayenne.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Steve.
No problem.
I'm not a fan of the flowers and the microgreens.
But look pretty.
No, but the microgreens are not in ice water, so they're all wilted. I mean, that's a huge no-no. And it's typically quite bitter. So that's how I feel.
Tastes nice though. This thing tastes nice, Brendan. And the callaloo, you can taste the callaloo. Sometimes the callaloo just goes in and you don't. That thing tastes nice.
really balanced, well seasoned, well. It's hot on the spot.
Right?
Yeah, it's good.
I even mentioned in some dishes prior that the microgreen, the edible flowers are a little bit much. But again, I have a positive review on this dish. It's very tasty. It's fun, it's creative, and they've seasoned it really well.
Battle 2, Chefs Nathan Critchlow from Barbados and Shannon Arthur from Trinidad on Team 3 versus Janelle Nelson from Jamaica and Romaine Davis from Jamaica on Team 4.
All right, chefs, your time for cooking starts just about now. Bay leaf, we left them.
Orzo pasta, grab a spinach, grab a turnip, grab a bit of chips there.
Right away, I think, I say Orzo earlier the other day, so it's like, yo, Orzo would have make a good risotto style.
I want some of this.
Go ahead, take off. It's just a matter of just switching up the risotto and just follow the same steps that you were used to make a risotto, just using the orzo, right? So that's what we did.
But remember, he's gonna come with a secret ingredient.
So we can add more things than a scallop.
Based on what he come in, let's stick to the plan. As chefs, you have to learn how to improvise.
You know that we were doing risotto kind of had me at the last. Something I never done before. Doing something new is always a challenge.
We say water for blanch for spinach, yeah? They will separate the leaf from the stem and just blanch it.
I didn't really know much about what we were doing, so he took the lead. One more on that?
For the No, that's good.
So every team needed a leader. So I pretty much stepped up, and the last challenge I see where I could have made suggestions that I think could have put us forward, and I didn't.
I'll need those herbs, right? And I'll need those herbs in a bit.
We did a mushroom and scallop risotto. We would have made a mushroom stock, obviously to form the base.
Start toasting orzo in the meantime, then we can change the seven and add water, right?
Yeah.
So you could do orzo.
Saute the orzos, putting the onions, putting the white wine, then you add in the mushroom stock.
So that I just get the ice, yeah? Get the ice.
We had clams to the dish as well. Even though it was a scallop challenge, I had some clams.
Ooh. All right, chefs. Right. What's going on here, Chef Nelson? Talk to me. I see you have clams, a lot of spices. What's going on?
Chef, so today we're doing a clam and scallop risotto. And for the risotto, we're using orzo pasta, making that nice, rich and creamy.
Clam
and scallop.
And scallop. So you're adding clams, okay.
Chef.
All right, and I see you've toasted the orzo. Is this orzo or rice?
Orzo.
Orzo, you've toasted it with my. You're going to pay me for that later. All right. Toasted orzo, mushroom, and scallops. Chefs, I feel like spicing it up a bit. So look at these now. Look at that. You must include cornflakes in your executions. All right? All right, fires are blazing. Maggi Food Court, this round is hot because at the end, two of them people are going.
When the cornflakes came in, it was like yes, it will add texture because we had already planned on doing something with the shrimp. This. Yeah.
Free shrimp?
Yeah. When I spoke to Nathan, I said, okay, we could do the crusted shrimp. So he said, yeah, let's go, and we did it.
What we are doing this?
About halfway through the challenge, I'm like, yo, all right, we're going to do this.
So get some white sugar, put it in it, and caramelize it.
For their dish, Team 3 will be making cornflake-crusted shrimp with mushroom-infused orzo and scallop risotto. For their dish, Team 4 will be making spinach-infused orzo risotto, topped with seared scallops and clams, finished with caramelized cornflakes.
So we just put in a food processor, put in some Maggi seasoning again, put a little pan corn there. We also put in some cilantro, get a little blitz.
Where's the scallops? I need that right now. I know he was kind of focused on doing what he was doing, but I mean, in the kitchen, that's how it is. Sometimes you have to repeat yourself, sometimes you have to shout, sometimes you have to cuss. Why? No, I need some for here now.
No. Yes, salt here now. Right? And then we gonna fold maybe the cheese and everything.
Yeah, but it's almost finished. Because we have a particular time to go with, I just wanted to make sure that everything would have been cooked within the time so that we'll be able to present to the judges.
So take it on.
I had the caramelized cornflakes. That was beautiful to me.
Put in a lot of work into that dish.
In the oil.
You know, you're happy with the dish. So hopefully judges like how it tastes, you know?
Give me.
Let's be real. You cannot please everybody. Everybody has a different palette of tasting.
That's exactly where I'm going.
But I'm confident that our flavors combined together can take us to the other round.
Set up the plate, them for plate.
Working with a fellow Jamaican, I thought we could have done better.
Look. You need anything? That is sexy, chef.
During the middle of plating, I realized them done plate and I say, oh, at the same 45 minutes to get. They played it safe and let's see how that worked out.
You know, a confident but still a little nervous. Because any day, I don't know what the other team produced, but I hope, you know, that I don't go home today.
I think we nailed the creativity aspect of it.
Come in. Tidy up the plate a little bit. You know, a couple seconds left.
As much as Janelle did most of the work, I just want to make it to the second round.
Dip on top of the cornflakes on top of this.
Yeah.
All right, chefs, your time for cooking has expired. Mighty. Step away from the counter, gentlemen. Step away, step away. Well, now the chefs are done. Their dishes are complete. Now we will see who in the next round will get to compete or who will be running on their feet. All right, Maggi Food Court, this is it. Come on, chef, follow me. Go into the jury room.
It's time to present the dishes to the jury.
Chef Janelle, please explain to us what you and Romaine have made for us.
We made orzo risotto with some herbs, a bit of spinach, with coconut milk. We reduced that down, add a bit of parm, some mustard for a bit of depth and flavor. There is scallops and clams on the plate as well, turnip chips, and then we have the caramelized cornflakes right there.
Are you proud of this dish?
Yes, chef.
I love the creativity. But, we'll give it a taste and let you know.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
Thanks, chef. You're welcome.
Okay, I'm first very intrigued by this.
Straight up.
This. I could watch a movie and eat a few of those.
It's tasty. The risottos are, as we mentioned, it's a little too tight. They gotta give some butter and some stock.
What is this? Oh, turnip? Was this supposed to be like a chip?
It has some things that remind me of risotto, but overall, I find the plating to be pretty lackluster. The acidity is there to cut the richness of this dish with the scallop, with the clam, with the cheese, with everything, the butter, etc. that's in here.
And I think with the whole dish, we shouldn't have none of this stuff on it. But I did like the clam. The clam is actually really delicious. Chef Nathan, what have you and Shannon prepared for us in this risotto challenge?
So we toasted the orzo pasta to open the flavors a bit. We made a mushroom stock, sauteed some mushrooms, sauteed the scallops as well. Naturally did the acid butter to add a little acidity to the pasta as well, to the correct pasta risotto. And then we use the cornflakes. We use some Maggi's fish seasoning in the cornflakes, a bit of panko, and we crusted the shrimp with that. That was also seasoned with Maggi flavorings. And we garnished with a bit of rosemary oil.
I'm happy to finally hear some elements and components of classical risotto making techniques in terms of making a beautiful fortified, mushroom stock, toasting the pasta. I'm really happy to hear that.
Thank you, chef.
You said you added a little bit of rosemary oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully not too overpowering, but we added this one is a bit much, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, chef. Enjoy.
Nice.
Consistency is the best. Yeah. Risotto, the closest thing to risotto that we've had so far.
That rosemary really comes through. That's nice. Earthy, woody. Nice pairing with the mushroom, yeah.
It's well seasoned.
Works good with the mushroom.
Solid dish.
Yeah.
Nice presentation, good texture, good consistency.
All right, gentlemen, how we feel about this? Okay, let's take the first two and then the back end two. What do you think about the first two?
So that was Chef Bernard and Romaine. They did the orzo pasta. And then the other dish was that Trini-style potato risotto. I cannot get past. I can still taste the bitterness in my mouth from the 2 bites that I had with the flower petals.
Oh, you can't still taste it. Still taste it. It's so extra.
It was the most polarizing bites of the competition. Okay? Okay, now it's fair. That's why I prefer Bernard's dish and Romaine's dish, because at least there were components where this could pass off as, you know, a risotto-inspired dish, whereas the other one, it cannot.
And romaine was a little bit closer to an exact risotto, but the flavor on that potato risotto was so good. And, you know, the layers of texture and the aroma, I have to go with the potato risotto.
Round 2, we had the green risotto from Janelle and Romaine. And from Shannon and Nathan, we had the shrimp that were crusted with the mushrooms.
The consistency was the closest thing to like a textbook risotto that I'm used to. It was nice and creamy, maybe a little bit heavy-handed on the oil on the top, but it did come through and bring a nice flavor. So I really enjoyed that dish, and it was the most creative spin on the cornflakes, using it to crust and bread the shrimp.
When I saw the tightness of that green risotto being plated, I was already turned off. We talked about how it needs to be looser than it needs to be because it's gonna travel here for a minute or so and it's gonna continue to tighten up. Also, that really sweet cornflake that was on there didn't belong there. Now, regarding Shannon and Nathan, I agree with Chef Dwight completely. It was executed very well, and that shrimp was crispy and super juicy and tender. It was the best shrimp I've had since I had here. If I could order a couple pounds of it right now, I would go in.
This round, definitely there was, in my mind, a very clear winner. Depth of flavor, complexity, nuance, all the things that you're looking for in a dish. Looks great, smelled great, tasted great. The payoff was there. I think it's very decisive when it comes to the second round. Have you come with a decision, you think?
I think I'm good.
Yes, Chef.
You just came to a decision?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Order in the court. Chefs, we have come to the end of a very decisive challenge here in season 5 of Maggi Food Court Caribbean. For most of you, you demonstrated a certain level of culinary mastery, but as you all will appreciate, somebody have got in yard. It came down to the most basic, the most technical of criteria. Which of you chefs will continue to present your culinary cases before the grand jury? And which of you, unfortunately, will have to surrender your knives, pack up on a bag, and go on the yard? Chef Janelle and Chef Romaine, you presented a visually appealing, the texture and all the flavors. Very good. But seeing that you forgot that the secret ingredient was actually to be incorporated, your use of the cornflakes was a little lacking. Chef Tony and Chef Akil, your dish packed the flavors of your countries. You represented you well, but I don't know how well your version of a potato risotto sat with my jury. Chef Romaine and Chef Bernard, your dish was so visually appealing. Very good use of the cornflakes to crust your scallops, and flavors were on point, but again, the risotto could have used a little bit more cream. Chef Shannon and Chef Nathan, your use of the cornflakes, all the inclusions of the herbs and spices in that crusting demonstrated that you both may eventually deserve a place among the greats in Maggi Food Court, because it probably was the best execution on use of the cornflakes. But after all that is said and done here, 2 groups of you, 4 chefs, have to leave us. The first 2 chefs that will be leaving Maggi Food Court Season 5 are Chefs Romaine and Chef Bernard. Gentlemen, I have to ask you to leave the courtroom. Now, on the other hand, 2 chefs are safe. Chefs Shannon and Chef Nathan, you are safe. You live to fight another day. You may also leave the courtroom. Chef Sakil, Chef Stoney, and Chef Romain and Chef Janelle. The second set of chefs going home in Maggi Food Court Caribbean Season 5. Chef Janelle and Chef Romain, I have to bid you adieu. Chef Stoney and Chef Sakil, you live to fight another day. Congratulations. Keep cooking and keep presenting your cases as best as you did today.
I'm so relieved that we actually won. I was so nervous, sure we're not gonna see it.
It's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing.
Verdict today was a bit unexpected. Based on the name of the challenge, I believe that we executed well.
Just feeling disappointed with myself right now.
Next time on Maggi Food Court Caribbean, Green Thumb, market produce, no protein or seafood. 4 teams of 3 chefs will battle. The worst course from each team goes home.